So everyone does sort of like an end of the year review. This is kind of mine, and it's less about what I achieved and more about what I stopped doing. And those lessons are what shaped what I'm doing for 2026 and kind of my reflections for 2025. At some point in the year last year, I realized that all the things that I was complaining about, I actually had control in, and that's called agency. So agency is the ability to choose your responses even when you don't choose the situation. I had already started doing it, but in 2025 is what I really locked in. I had an opportunity in an organization that I'm in to step up and help the team. And to be honest, I didn't really want to do it. It was an inconvenience for me, and I had no incentive to really do it. But I will say going down the decision matrix really helped me do it and do it with a smile. Accepting that you have agency in every situation is the most liberating feeling and the highest form of self-control that I can think of. It's a very simple matrix. Do I like the situation that I'm in? And if I don't, can I walk away? And if I can't walk away, then how can I change my attitude? What can I gain from this situation, and what can I learn from this situation? And more importantly, what can I learn from this situation so that I'm never in this spot again? The last one is tricky because sometimes you get put in a situation that was out of your control. I think that you can start thinking about and predicting what people are going to do before they begin to do them. Because we are all humans and we're predictable. So I can begin to ask myself, what is this person going to do? And why would they do it? And how are their interactions going to impact me? You might not be able to stop the person from doing this thing, but it does eliminate the shock value when it does occur. So control what you can control and resist the urge to go directly into emotion when something happens to you. Take control over your life and don't let the environment control you. And be honest with yourself on what you will or will not do when a situation comes your way. The next one was honesty. So this one's a hard one, but the statement that was derived from James Clear's Atomic Habits is, do what it takes to achieve the objective or release the desire for it. The strongest example was when my best friend bullied me into doing combat sports. This was something that I had been thinking about for a while, but I had never done it. And the last conversation we had before I signed up sounded a little bit like this. I had started to make excuses and he really just delivered the final blow. I said, oh, it's too far. And I had moved to a gym that was now 7 minutes away from my apartment. I said, I don't have the money. And he countered with, there's plenty of people who make way less money than you who are still training. I said, I don't have time to practice. He said, just sign up. And if you can't make it, then you quit. I was running out of excuses, and he had surgically cornered me, similar to how a purple belt will tame a white belt in jiu-jitsu. Then he asked me how old I am, which is kind of a rhetorical question because he knows how old I am. And then he asked me, do you think that your body will stay in this condition forever? And then he does the metaphorical choke out and says, look, if you don't want to do jiu-jitsu, that's fine, but you should release the desire so you can put that energy towards something that you actually want to do. Well, I ended up signing up that week, and I've been going once a week for about 3 months now, and I'm having a lot of fun. Yes, I spend a lot of time on defense, and no, I'm not progressing nearly as fast as the other white belts, but this is what I can do right now, and I've accepted that, and I've chosen to be happy in that space. Honesty is expensive, but pretending is more expensive. The third thing is, what can I do right now? I think we waste a lot of time and energy on products that we save for the right time. There were some shoes that I really liked, and I had been saving them for the right time, and I finally decided to start wearing them. But when I did start wearing them, the glue was dried and the shoes started falling apart, and I realized that this idea that I thought I was preserving was expiring right under my nose. Start today and do what you can, because there's never a right time, because the perfect time doesn't exist. The fourth thing was momentum. This is kind of piggybacking off of the start today theme. I've really improved in this space, and it's important to start today. Set the bar so low that it seems silly that you would not be able to achieve it. The best way to build a snowball is one snowflake at a time. The best example of this last year was when I built the mushroom calendar. Now, this is something that I wanted to do, but I thought it was easy until I started. And once I started, I realized how tough it actually was. Every step exposed a new problem. The design had to be a specific aspect ratio, the supplier, the pricing, the marketing, the ads, the posting. The truth of the matter is none of these problems would have been solved if I didn't solve the previous one before. And all of them wouldn't have happened if I didn't build the momentum by solving the problem beforehand. You have to earn momentum. You have to fight for every inch of momentum and keep it. And the way you gain momentum is by achieving something that feels so insignificant. Because also the truth is, if it's so insignificant, then it should be easy for you to do. If you want to go to bed earlier, going to bed 1 minute earlier should be easy, so you can do it. If you want to go to the gym more, just driving to the gym in the parking lot and leaving should be easy, so you can start there. Just don't go on the days that I go to the gym because it's already crowded. And that wraps up the lessons that I learned for 2025. Themes for 2026. This is one that I'm really taking seriously, is to create more than I consume. In a world full of information, it's really easy to consume and think that you're helping yourself. And it's not just information, it's food, ideas, emotion. I think with this new AI movement, ironically, you have an opportunity to execute many things that you would not have been able to do alone in all of history. And ironically, I think it will reveal to us our humanity more than we think. The Bible says that God created us in the image of Him, and I think that also means that we are creators ourselves. We did not get this far as a species by just consuming. We adapted, we evolved, and we executed. We innovated and we created. I'm excited for myself and the rest of humanity to get back to doing the thing that we do best, which is create. The second theme for this year will be to move from idea to execution faster. This is my biggest focus for the year, and I think about how I wasted a lot of time thinking instead of doing. This year I'll focus on jumping in the pool rather than putting my toe inside the pool and thinking about how I'm going to get in the pool. Because if the pool is cold, I can always get out. But if I wait, then my opportunity will evaporate before my eyes. The third theme is, what if the worst case scenario happens, and then what? I think a lot of overthinking and overanalyzing comes from us making the worst case scenario in our head worse than it actually is. So I'm going to use sort of like a decision matrix that will help me. I will think about, is this decision reversible or not? Is this decision catastrophic or not? How long will this decision take to recover from? And this will determine whether or not I need to pause. In life, I'm learning that everything is hard, and you just basically need to choose which hard you want to do. So pick your hard and do it with a smile and enjoy your life.